Good afternoon. I'm John Peterman, the administrator for Riverside Shore Memorial Hospital. Proud to show you probably the first sneak peek of our new hospital. I'm facing the main entrance now, so as patients or visitors come in, they'd enter through the door in front of me and they would move over toward this registration area. Here, outpatients start the registration process for outpatient services, and folks here to visit family members would inquire here as to room numbers. So if you look beyond this, over by the orange ladder is the elevators to the second floor. This is where all of our inpatient services are. All of our outpatient services start here on the first floor at this registration desk. If you go directly down the hallway through those doors, it takes you to imaging, the women's center, cardiology, and lab. To my right, through those double doors, is the actual emergency department waiting room and access to the emergency department. And then if we turn all the way around slowly, and you can look past gentlemen there, you can see the glass walls for the Shore Cafe. Okay, here we are in the emergency department. This would be the entrance where patients would come in, and registration is directly behind me. After registration, we have a family waiting area here that's divided into two sections, and waiting here for triage. There are two triage rooms available for the emergency department. Both of these actually could be converted to an exam room if necessary during times of patient surge. So patients would start here for triage, and then from triage directly out into the emergency department. As you know, there are 13 emergency department treatment rooms, including the resuscitation room or trauma room and 2 cardiac rooms. So as we walk down the hallway, you'll get an idea about our exam rooms. These two are actually designed as an isolation room. So one can be closed and the room could be used as one room as an anteroom and one room as a treatment room. To my left is the nurse's station. You'll notice that all of these rooms now are individual rooms with doors. We don't have curtained cubicles anymore. To my left, we have 2 rooms that are designed for crisis intervention, as well as standard treatment rooms. Following me on down this way, you see to my left is the ambulance entrance. And beyond the ambulance entrance is the helipad. Immediately to my left is, I mentioned earlier, the the treatment room, trauma room, resuscitation room, and then back over to my left, 2 treatment bays. Okay, we're in the lab now at one of the several pneumatic tube stations. You've heard us talk about this. This is a new feature of the hospital. Pneumatic tube station actually connects pharmacy, lab, the emergency department, nursing units, the operating room, and the cancer center, so we can deliver blood samples and small paper items back and forth between departments. I think big feature of this is the ability to get blood samples from the ER to the lab or cancer center and speed up processing and get results back quicker to the providers. Okay, we're in the middle of the Shore Cafe now. We started in the lobby, and I pointed from the lobby down. You can see the glass walls of the cafe. You can see here now from the cafe back toward the main lobby. Behind me is the serving line, the salad bar, and the area where I'm standing will actually be seating for dining. Outside the window, you'll notice the pergola that we talked about. We'll have outside dining, seating out there for employees, visitors, and staff. Okay, now we're up on med-surg in the typical patient room. You'll see these are much larger than the rooms we have now in Naswatics. Behind me is the head wall. So the patient's bed here, all the gases are available. Directly in front of me is a boom to hold the charting computer. And over here is the typical private bathroom with a stand-up shower. So each of the med-surg rooms have this, as well as the ICU rooms and the labor and delivery rooms. Here we are on the second floor in the mother-baby unit. This is a typical LDRP, labor, delivery, recovery, and postpartum room. Rooms are designed, as you know, for the total experience. So in this room, you'll see that we have 2 head walls, one at mom's bed and then one at the infant's bed. Also in the ceiling, recessed lighting that becomes important during the delivery process. And again, like all the rooms in med-surg and in ICU, we have a private bath that has full stand-up showers. This again is typical of all the patient rooms in the new hospital. So here we are on the second floor again, and we're in the operating rooms. There are 3 operating rooms and 2 procedure rooms in the new hospital. This is the standard for the operating rooms. Everything is ceiling mounted. Skytron holds the patient monitoring system, the lights, anesthesia equipment, and there's a special feature in this room called green light. There are also red lights that we can use that actually change the visual acuity, so to make reds redder, and the green actually helps anatomical features stand out for the surgeons in the surgical field. Here we are on the second floor again, still in the surgical services suite. I'm standing now in the PACU, so behind me are the phase 1 PACU beds, the nurse's station to my left. And if you look down the hall, we have 2 hallways, one on either side of the nurse's station, one for pre-op and one for post-op patients. The far end of the hall are 2 procedure rooms for GI and bronchoscopy. Okay, we're in the outpatient services area on the first floor. This is actually the Women's Imaging Center. So this suite is designed exclusively for ultrasound, mammography, and we'll be adding 3D mammography and stereotactic biopsy. So procedure room for ultrasound, procedure room for mammo, and then separate dressing and waiting area for patients when they come from the lobby. On the first floor off the main lobby, we're standing in what will be the Carousel gift shop. Many of you know this is a service provided by the hospital auxiliary who've been strong supporters of the hospital since the very first hospital. This space will be the gift shop and is located directly across from the Shore Cafe right off the main lobby. Okay, we're in the Riverside Shore Cancer Center now on the medical oncology side. This area is for chemotherapy. You'll see that we have 8 bays here for chairs in 2 private rooms around the periphery of the room, the nurse's station right behind me.